Well, it looks like we made it today. Hello, hello, hello to everybody here. It's Teresa Sanderson. Thank you so much for joining me and also for your patience today as I got this session ready for you. It just seems like, sometimes when when you have an awesome, amazing vacation over holiday weekend, you come back and have some crazy things that just tend to happen. So, this morning for us, if you don't know it, we've been in the middle of a major remodel here at our home. I mean, really taking an old, more than 100-year-old farmhouse and just kind of turning it into the home that we would love it to be. So, anywho, that is what kept me late today. I planned on joining you at 11. The guy got here at 5 minutes till 11. And so here I am. And then as I got everything set up to go live, system issues. But anyway, all that said, today we are talking about 3 big reasons you should be using LinkedIn to market yourself. And if you're not doing that yet, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or something like that. Let me know. If this is brand new information for you and you're wondering, maybe you've been trying to figure out how in the world do I even use LinkedIn? It's so different than any other kind of social media that's out there. If that's you, give me a thumbs up and do not be ashamed because LinkedIn is a very different animal. And quite honestly, I didn't know how to work well with it until recently. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me again this morning. Super, super excited to be here. So we have different types of social media that reach different kinds of audiences. Okay, this is your first big lesson here. And as you pop in, please feel free to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're catching me on the replay, comment #replay. And please don't forget to hit subscribe on my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. But different kinds of social media for different folks and different audiences. Okay, so if you are a 25, maybe even 18 to 30-year-old, somewhere in that range, and that is your ideal client. That is the people that you market to. Probably Instagram is going to be where you want to be. Instagram, TikTok, those kinds of places are great for the younger generation. Okay. LinkedIn is going to be more for professional people, business owners, C-suite level professionals, talking about CEOs, CFOs, marketing coordinators, regional marketing directors, national level personas. Okay. Facebook, this is kind of a catch-all for anybody and everybody, although the prime age group on Facebook is 35, 45, somewhere in there. One of the biggest differences, though, between specifically Facebook and LinkedIn is that the average salary of someone on LinkedIn is more than $100,000, whereas on Facebook it's about $30,000, okay, per year. So that is kind of a big deal. So it lets you know really more who you're working with or who you're going to be chatting with or potentially connecting with on LinkedIn, right? And that's really important to know. So here is a big, big reason. I don't want to hold back from you, but the number one reason that you should be marketing yourself on LinkedIn is that it is 277 times more powerful for lead generation than Facebook. Okay. And I'm not saying I don't love me some Facebook. You're seeing me, many of you, on Facebook. And so I love this community. I connect with a lot of people here. But when I'm looking for a very specific personality, a very specific person in a very specific role, LinkedIn is where I'm going to have much better odds of connecting with that person. Okay. So for instance, one of the things that I do in my business is that I help hospices expand or increase their census without expanding their service area. So I teach hospices how to market to and maximize their basic home territory. Okay, that is a marketing strategy that I have that I help people with. So, who do I need to connect with for that specifically? I need to reach hospice CEOs, I need to reach hospice owners, founders, regional marketing directors, national marketing campaign directors. Those kinds of people are who I need to reach with that specific product. Okay, so, number one, LinkedIn is 277 times more powerful or more effective at lead generation than Facebook. All right. That is pretty huge. The next thing is, as I just said, I can find specific decision makers on LinkedIn. This is where professionals tend to hang out. And really, it's not about posting on LinkedIn. There's a whole different vibe about what gets posted and how things get shared, but it's typically helpful business information, there's not, you're not going to see pictures of what people ate for lunch, probably not too many pictures of people with their dogs or anything like that, but it's bringing value to the business community. That's what's going on the LinkedIn platform. So when you know who you serve, if you're looking to do business to business rather than business to consumer marketing, LinkedIn is a great place to be. Okay. And that's really important for you to understand and differentiate. So, in the Facebook community, here's how this kind of plays out for me. In the Facebook community, I connect with a lot of individual nurse entrepreneurs, and nurses who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, or nurses who want to be involved in culture change through the Nurses Feed Their Young movement. So I connect with individuals. I'm doing a business to consumer marketing strategy on Facebook. Does that make sense? It's where I can show really all aspects of my personality. I can show you my dogs. I can show you what I've had for lunch. I can tell you what I'm doing on Noom. If I've not been working out or exercising regularly, all that stuff I can post over here, as well as funny stuff. Right? We can post our memes and silly things like that. So business to consumer works very, very well on Facebook. When you want to expand to business, or if you have a specific product that is more for organizations, corporations, companies, then you're going to want to be getting yourself in front of specific people, CEOs, CFOs, those marketing directors, people who run or own the kind of organization that you're wanting to bring your product into. Does that make sense? That's where LinkedIn is the bomb. That's where it works out really, really great. And here is the last reason. So far we've talked about two big reasons that you should be working or marketing yourself on LinkedIn. And number one is that it's 277 times more effective than for lead generation than any other medium out there, especially Facebook. All right. You're going to be able to connect with decision makers. Those are the people in the room. These are your C-suite executives, company owners, business founders. All of those people are in here. Your, regional marketing directors, national corporate owners, all of these kind of people are on the LinkedIn space. And here is tip number 3 of why, or reason number 3 that you should be marketing yourself on LinkedIn, is that LinkedIn members identify themselves for you by their title. Okay. They're not only going to tell you where they work, they're going to tell you their position. And this is on their profile. Okay. So this is really, really huge when you think about it. It is so huge that you can know exactly who you are connecting to and what their role is in an organization. So if you're looking to connect with a CEO, hospice founder, marketing director, whoever that may be for you, then they're going to identify themselves for you on LinkedIn. I am not kidding you. This is where you can literally do a search for hospice CEOs, hospice founders. You can search groups this way on LinkedIn. You can see there are nurse entrepreneur groups out there. One that I'm in is Nurses Beyond the Bedside. Got to give them a shout out. They're always very active. But there's nurse entrepreneur groups. There are hospice organizational groups. There are hospital nursing groups. There are all kinds of groups with a business organization on LinkedIn. Okay. So this is the difference when you're thinking about, okay, when I want to look at moving into business to business, working with business organizations and not just individuals. And that's not saying one is more valid than the other. If your customer base and what you provide is all business to consumer, you being the business and you working with individuals, then stick with what you've got that's working. My particular specialty allows me to work in both realms. So I have a business to consumer piece, and I also have a business to business piece. And so if you have that within your business, then LinkedIn is definitely something you're going to want to know about. The first step to getting started with LinkedIn, though, is having a profile that is going to draw people to you and connect people to you and allow them to know what you do so that you can show up in their space in a meaningful way. I'm going to see if I can just very quickly share with you my profile. So give me just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And actually, I am using a brand new software from OneStream Live that is allowing me to broadcast or stream to um, all of my sites that I want to. So this is pretty awesome. Let me just see here. I've got to give some permissions here to be able to share my screen. Bear with me. Anything and everything that could happen today is, oh, well, I'm not going to do that then because it says I would have to quit and reopen. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk to you about, maybe I can open this on another screen, what is important to have on your LinkedIn profile. And there are so many things that are important to have on your LinkedIn profile, but you clearly want to have your name. You want to have an up-to-date, nice, professional headshot on there. You want to have a banner, a banner image across your LinkedIn profile that kind of specifies a little bit more about what you do so that everybody can see that. Okay. Really, really important for people to be able to see that about you and really know what you're all about. So give me just a second. I'm going to try this share one more time and see if you can see my screen or not. Give me just 1 second. If you're seeing my screen, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and let me know. I would certainly love to know that. It doesn't look like it may be working. I'm not really sure. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to work for me today. So I'm really sorry about that. But here's the thing that I want to share with you is that I am going to be providing a not complimentary, but I'm going to be providing a LinkedIn workshop at the beginning of next month on October 1st. We're going to be going through the LinkedIn profile and doing the workshop step by step. I'm going to help you create the banner that goes on the top. I'm going to help you create how to state what you do, okay, on this workshop. I'm also going to help you go through every section that needs to be completed to make your LinkedIn profile stand out among all the others. So we're definitely going to go through all of those things. And by the time we get finished, I've scheduled from 9 a.m. to noon Central Standard Time on Saturday, October 1st, to lead you through this workshop. And I think it's going to be totally amazing. By the time we get finished, you're going to have a LinkedIn profile that is ready to rock. It's going to look very professional, and it's going to help you start connecting with the right people on LinkedIn so that you can market your business, take advantage of that 277 times better lead generation that's available on LinkedIn. And then we're going to talk about next steps of how you can take that forward. So next week, we're going to have a little bit more LinkedIn training here live on Tuesday, but I wanted to share this information with you first. There is a link above this video to go ahead and get yourself registered for the workshop that's going to happen on Saturday, October 1st. I would love to see you there. And if you found this useful, go ahead and drop a thumbs up, show me some love. If you have any questions at all about what I've shared with you today, please feel free to drop a question in the comments. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and just answer a few questions. But LinkedIn for me is a very, very purposeful and meaningful way to connect with my audience. I have been very successful over the last few months with connecting with meaningful leads, recruiting people into my courses or drawing people into my courses and being able to serve more people. And so as you think about it with your business, I mean, isn't that our primary goal? We have something to share that's going to help other people. If we want to help as many people as we can, we need to get our message out there on on all of the platforms that are meaningful to our particular people. For me personally, Instagram is it's not my go-to. There's a very much younger generation on there that typically is not my target market. Not that an outlier, or two might resonate with me so much, but typically my target audience is a different demographic. Okay, we are more mature. We are wise in our years, all of these things. So this is why LinkedIn and Facebook work really, really well for me. So I want to thank you for tuning in today. I know this training has been quick. Hopefully you've found it very helpful. I will connect with you again soon and see you next Tuesday for more training on LinkedIn. Go ahead and get yourself registered and I'll see you soon. Bye.